Hey, what is up, sluts? It is Dinozords here, coming to you guys with a tutorial on Modern Warfare 3. Now, this tutorial is going to help you guys with rushing on Search and Destroy. And if any of you guys are my long-term subscribers, you may remember me posting a lot of Search and Destroy on MW2. And, you know, one of the reasons is I really enjoy the tactics and everything that goes into Search and Destroy. And how you can't just kind of like rush in there unless you're a really good rusher. And I'm going to be teaching you guys as MW3 comes along over the next month or two how to be a great rusher on this game. I'm going to find good routes, you know, like I'm going to show you guys the things that you may not be able to find otherwise. So alright, let's go through this, and I'm going to show you guys exactly why I pick all these guns, perks, equipment, everything like that, and hopefully at the end of this you'll understand and you'll be a great rusher. And you know, you may need some map tactics, but I got that covered, don't worry. Alright, so right here, my P90 class. Not sure exactly when you get this weapon, because I already have it unlocked. But the P90 is a great weapon for Search and Destroy. So what I have on here is I have kick. I haven't unlocked anything else, but I don't really think kick is needed on the P90 at this point. But I just use it anyway, because no point in not using it. Alright, so rushing on MW3, you're constantly in the action on MW3. You need it's almost like completely flip-flopped from Black Ops to MW3. In Black Ops, everyone was rocking red dots and stuff like that. It wasn't really like you didn't really need the silencer on Black Ops, but now on MW3 there's so much flanking and stuff. You need to be able to use your silencer, especially on Search and Destroy. So I use the silencer because this is a rushing class. You need to be able to flank, get back behind them, kill one, then not have the other one be able to like see you before you can kill them again behind them. Alright, silencer, doesn't matter what your camo is. I use the 44 Magnum. I don't like any of the machine pistols. I've never enjoyed using machine pistols on any of the Call of Duties. I always use like the Magnum pretty much on every Call of Duty. It's just my like personal opinion. What's pretty much the best secondary to me. Alright, so moving on to our lethal like frag thingy. Alright, so they have the frag, Semtex, and Bouncing Betty. Now the reason I use the Bouncing Betty at this point is because the Bouncing Betty can be thrown at long distances, kind of like the C4, except it's like a claymore in a sense that if anybody comes within like a 3, 4, 5 feet distance from like the Bouncing Betty, it goes up and shoots like a 360-degree thing. And I'm sure some of you guys probably already have this gun or equipment thing and you understand it and everything, but definitely use this because it's definitely good for blocking off the route that you're not going. And say you know 2 routes that people are constantly going through, it's definitely great to have the Bouncing Betty just block that way off, and if you see that the thing blew up, then you know somebody's coming up behind you. It's also good to block areas when you're like trying to clutch a game of Search and Destroy. You know, you planted the bomb, you're scared, you don't know what to do. So Bouncing Betty, definitely my personal favorite at this point. Semtex, if you're not gonna use Bouncing Betty, I'd use Semtex. Now moving on to the tactical grenade. Flash grenades, concussion grenades, that's what I would probably use. Scrambler might actually be a pretty good thing for Search and Destroy. I'll have to get on that to tell you guys what's going on. Smoke is kind of like a, you know, kind of like a throwaway thing to me. I'd use concussion if you have quick draw, or yeah, quick draw. I think quick draw pro. Use that because that's just what I've always used. But I just use flash grenades at this point because if I need to, I can throw one at the person, get out of there, and because stuns you can still see the person running away. But if you flash somebody, they're kind of like, and you're like using this class setup that I'm showing you, they won't know where you left. So right here, extreme conditioning. I feel that with the clip size of the P90, you don't need sleight of hand per se. And since you're rushing, it's kind of like, why wouldn't you use extreme conditioning? I'm really working hard to get that extreme conditioning pro right now. I don't even check what it does, but I just want it. Definitely extreme conditioning for Search and Destroy if you're using this class setup. If you're using a different submachine gun, like say that either 3 of these, I would probably use sleight of hand, but I would use the P90 if you're going to use this class setup. Now next we have our red perk, and to me, if you're playing search and destroy, definitely assassin or quick draw, but for this case, since we're trying to be like stealthy, get behind the team, you know, take them all out, trying to be like this amazing god of COD, definitely I'm using assassin, and maybe this might end up being newbie, but I haven't really found it to be all that frustrating, and I've been playing the game since midnight. So you know, you're undetectable by UAV, portable radar, thermal, and heartbeat sensors, so you're pretty much invisible at this point. The only way somebody can see you is if you don't have Ninja and they have a really good headset. And I found that Ninja is almost Dead Silence, guys. Dead Silence is definitely what I'm going to be using once I get it. But as you guys know, if you guys are like my long-term subs, you'll definitely know that I use steady aim because I don't like to aim down my sights. I like to be able to keep on moving, spray them down, you know, before they can even get a glimpse at me. And that's why I don't think it's very imperative to have Quick Draw Pro with this setup, because if you have steady aim, you hold down that RT button, you have the 50 round magazine, you don't really need Quick Draw Pro for this class, and putting Quick Draw with steady aim doesn't really make sense to me. So definitely, you know, it increases your hipfire accuracy, and it brings up your weapon faster after sprinting. And you know, with this class, you know, you're using extreme conditioning, you're running all the way across the map and stuff. You really need to be able to bring up your gun fast after your sprint, otherwise you're at a complete disadvantage with people who do have quick draw and whatnot, who aren't rushing and are like camping or something. So definitely steady aim pro with this setup. Now I find that the support strike package is really good for search and destroy, because you get the UAV, counter UAV, and since you if you can die and continue your point streak, it's definitely good to have the advanced UAV, because you know, a lot of the times you can plant a bomb, get a point, you get kills, get a point, you know what I mean? Like, it all adds up, and most of the time I can get an advanced UAV in a search and destroy game. So the death streak, I just have juiced on. I don't find either of these to be very effective. See the position of the person. That might actually be pretty good for search. Yeah, I'd actually put this on. Just, you'll know where the guy is after you die. Oh, but that requires... Alright, yeah, I'd say this. So I hope this has helped you guys out, and there's definitely going to be Search and Destroy tip series coming on my channel. I'm really loving Search and Destroy on MW3, guys. Definitely just pardon my ignorance to how much they actually did to make this game as fun as it could possibly be. Because they made it so, like, every gun is preference, but... I'll talk about this kind of stuff in my next commentary. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you learned something, and thanks.